Hello, my name is Kimberly from Kimberly's Mindstorm, and today I'm doing Top 5 Wednesday. This is from a Goodreads group by Lainey at GingerReadsLainey. I will put all the information down below about that group if you'd like to join it also. Today's topic is the top 5 fictional items from books that you would like to have, and there are many. So I had to really think about narrowing these down to just the top 5. My number 5 choice is the Broomstick from Kiki, from the book Kiki's Delivery Service. Now this is an older book. It is about a little girl named Kiki, and she is a witch. She got that ability passed down to her through her mother, who is also a witch. She has to make a living, and so she opens her own delivery service, and she has a little black kitten, and together they deliver packages on her broomstick, which flies. So I would like to have her flying broomstick as my number 5 choice as a fictional item that could be real and I could enjoy very much. Okay, the next 3 are going to be from Harry Potter. Now, when I started to think about making this video, I thought, oh, I just can't use more than one item from Harry Potter. That would be cheating. And I've read so many books with magical items and different technical things that would be fun to have. But I went through the list and those just kept ranking as some of my top items I'd like to have. So I'm going to just give three of those. I know there's so many. I could just have the entire top 5 Wednesday be from Harry Potter. But I limited it to 3, and I'm going to kind of explain why too, and why some other choices didn't make it in there that could have. Now there are tons of items from Harry Potter that I would have loved to be in here, like his invisibility cloak, the Marauder's map. I had his broomstick, which was very fast. I found another book with a broomstick, so it's okay. But the one that I went with is his wand. Now, so number 4 being his wand. And that just came up because there's so many things you can do with a wand. It's versatile. Now, I'd like to be able to have that power just through me. That would be even easier. But if I need an item, the wand takes care of many different functions. So not only could it be something for light, and something for protection, and something to just have things come to you when you need them, or to create things, and everything in that sort of realm. I mean, it just covers so many bases that I had to choose his wand. Now, I also thought with protection that I could have gone with, say, Riptide. That's the pin that Percy Jackson has that turns into a sword. And it's very famous in Greek mythology. It was originally Hercules' sword, so it's very powerful and wonderful. But it also could be cursed. And I kept thinking, if I was going to have the sword, I'd have to get very close to whatever I wanted to kill in order to protect myself or defend myself from. I don't want to get that close. And you can only have a few items, and I didn't want a sword without a shield. So that one didn't make the cut. I went back to wand. The other item that I thought about, and I went back to wand instead of having that, was the bow and arrow that Katniss has. And I thought that would be a wonderful item to have, but it's just a normal bow and arrow. The skill actually comes from Katniss's talent in the Hunger Games and how she had to hone that talent to help her family survive. I also thought about Excalibur. That is the sword that you see in Mist of Avalon, which is a very nice book that tells it more from a female perspective. But it's also the sword from King Arthur, so the sword that was stuck in the stone. That's a very famous sword. But again, it kind of went back to the same issue I had with Riptide. Had to get too close. I like a little more distance between myself and whoever I was trying to defend myself against. I know a lot of booktubers are going to pick a wand from Harry Potter, but what I bet a lot of booktubers haven't thought about is another one of their items needs to be a spell book because that wand is pretty useless without a spell book. So my number 3 choice is a set of spell books, or a spell book particularly. Give me some information about how to use that wand and so on and so forth. I prefer Snape's set because he seems like a really smart guy, and he wrote a lot of notes in the margins of his books. So if I could have his set, that would be wonderful. Number 2 is going to be the Time Turner from Harry Potter. I just couldn't get away from this one. It just kept coming back again and again. That would be a wonderful item to have. You could just kind of go back in time and not mess anything up. You'd have to be very careful with what you did. But you could maybe fix a few things or give yourself a little bit of insight. There were a few other things that I thought about using, such as the Witch's Light from City of Bones. But again, the wand could light up, so I don't really need the Witch's Light if I have the wand. plus flashlight. My number 1 item is going to have to be the Escafil Device, also known as the Anti-Light Morphing Cube. Now this is an item that is found in the Animorph series. It is a small blue cube that allows you to morph into other animals. What happens is after you touch this cube, you're able to touch other animals and absorb their DNA and kind of make a copy of that. And then that's stored in you. And so when you need to, you can morph and change your body into that animal. Now there are some catches. You can only stay in that form for 2 hours, but a lot can be done in 2 hours. And it's an ability you have for a lifetime. So that's just a wonderful ability to have. I love animals, and even I remember reading this book when I was younger, and I wished I had this ability. So I could touch this cube and then say touch a hawk. I would have that ability to fly above the clouds and just ride the wind. It would be so wonderful. You could be anything too. You could turn to a cat and then just kind of walk around, maybe see what other people are doing, and they won't know who you are because you're a cat. So it would be a really useful gift to have and a really nice item. So that's going to have to be my very top one. Have you ever heard of that quote that says, "I've forgotten more than you will ever know"? That's a quote that I kind of love, and it brings me back to this question because I've read so many books that are fantasy and sci-fi that I know there's some items that I would have loved to have, but I just don't remember all the little details. So as I reread some of my books over the years, I'm going to start thinking about those little items, and I might jot them down and try to remember them. The items I picked, I really like. So if you have any of those and you want to share, just drop them by. I'll happily take them off your hands. We could trade, I have a dragon egg. Thank you so much for watching my Top 5 Wednesday video. Please subscribe if you haven't already and follow me on Twitter. All my information is down below. I actually went to the SIA Book Festival over the weekend and I met a lot of authors, some other booktubers, and had some books signed. It was a really fun event and I posted some of those pictures on my Twitter. Thanks again for watching my video. Bye! There are some concoctions that I kind of would like to have, like in the Ugly series and the Divergent series. There's serums that made people tell the truth. That also kind of goes with my spell book because the spell book has the potion recipe in there to make a truth serum. So I kind of have that covered.